Hi, I have good news. Words of counsel for us today. I hope everyone is doing fine. I've been thinking about these particular things and trying to share them many times that I share on different social media platforms about the way men and women of God seem to clamor over their supposed members and also how supposed members look unto these people as God. It is an aberration in religion when supposed Christian shepherds see people who gather to listen to God's words as their property and they think they can do with them whatever. And those same people who should be cared for are not cared for, and yet they do not know that they suffer. So these are the words Christ has to say and has said through St. Augustine in a work titled The Strength of Love Ought to Overcome the Fear of Death. Hear the word of God and be blessed. It says in this fourth paragraph, or from the third paragraph, when those who are tending Christ's flock wish that the sheep were theirs rather than Christ's, they stand convicted of loving themselves, not Christ. And I also think that Christians these days do not love God or Christ because all we want is what God can do for us. And thereafter, to your tents, O Nigerians, to your tents, O Christians. That shouldn't be. So, the words of admonition the Lord has, as Paul writes, is telling men of God not to seek members as an end, but rather to seek those members and teach them and lead them, point them to God, not to themselves, the Christian leaders or other religious leaders for that matter. So, men and women of God doing these things, you stand convicted when you do not teach people, or all you do is to bring them together and tell them that God's worship is about miracle. And if there's no miracle in their life, or things are not flowing as they should, then God is not there. No, we are misleading people away from God. Remember when Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?" 3 good times. He kept telling him afterwards, "Tend my sheep, take care of my flock." But is that what men and women of God are doing these days? Are they not practically, through their actions, saying, all we desire from these people is money, gifts, and so on? And yet, when you collect gifts from people, I thought they said life is give and take. What do you offer these people? Emptiness. They go away empty, not knowing God that you should be directing them to. And I ask, even in my mind, do those people who are even trying to lead people to God know God? That's a rhetorical question for all of us. You must tend them as Christ. Christ is saying, not as yours. Seek in them the glory of God, not your own, you woman of God. Seek in them God's sovereign rights, not your rights, pastoress. It shouldn't be your gain, man of God, that you have members. They are not yours to keep. If you continue, you will find yourself among those that belong to the unwise,